if a friend asked me about AdviceOne, I certainly would recommend having the relationship that we have.
I think what surprised me about working with AdviceOne and our advisor, Tim, was how personal the experience is. It really feels like it's all about us. Like he has us in mind, and he's very up to date and on top of things, and constantly in contact with us when we need to be in contact.
Prior to coming to AdviceOne, we were actually working with a different financial advisor, and in a lot of ways it was transactional. It was focused on obviously our career, our life goals, our retirement goals, and our savings goals for our kids. But it was less of a strategy. And as we came to AdviceOne, I think one of the biggest reasons for us feeling like this is the right place for us was the view that it started with our goals, and it grew from the goals into a plan.
I think if I was going to use one word to describe our experience, would be personal.
Yeah, for me too. When we first got to know AdviceOne, we had initial introductory meetings, and during those meetings, I think we were learning about how AdviceOne operates. We had a chance to explore what our goals were and how they either met or didn't align with AdviceOne strategy. And I think it was clear after 3 or 4 sessions that it felt like a very good fit in terms of the approach towards investing, as well as how we'd be interacting together in terms of managing towards our goals.
I think when we first met, we came in with an open mind and we just knew that they had a lot of experience with, at the time, Pratt, UTC, and over time with meeting with Tim, we realized that it was just, he was really looking out for our goals and was really on top of things and changes, and it just over time felt like, okay, we made the right decision, this is the right fit, and we're staying.
I guess when I reflect on how AdviceOne has impacted us, one is we generally don't spend much money. We're better savers than spenders, and we actually talk about spending stuff and almost getting permission to spend stuff with our advisor, which is maybe a little funny. A more serious side, when I reflect on how AdviceOne has impacted us, I think we're confident that we're on a path to meeting our goals. That's not always obvious when you're trying to look out a long period of time relative to retirement and kids and everything else. But I think year over year, we feel more confident that we're on a good track.
Yep. And I feel like working with AdviceOne has kind of taken all the stress of thinking about our future financially. Like, we feel like our financial future is in good hands, and it's not one thing we don't have to worry about.
Our best experiences with AdviceOne, I think, are really just our regular sessions with Tim Miller, who's our advisor. And the discussions we have, it's always very thoughtful about what we're trying to do. It's personal, and we look forward to those discussions with Tim. AdviceOne's knowledge of Pratt Whitney and UTC, which is when we started with AdviceOne, was extremely valuable. There was I was a recently promoted executive, and there was a lot of elements to that I actually learned about in some ways through AdviceOne's help, into how to best manage them. And I think knowledge of UTC and Pratt Whitney's processes was extremely helpful. My experience with AdviceOne, at work, I'm an engineer, and I like to have a plan. I like to get things done in a way that we're doing a good job. I feel more out of my league when it comes to financial issues, like Missy said, and I have a lot more confidence based on our relationship that we're acting in a way that's responsible, and it's helped a lot.